personas we create can often become our beautiful presence, and for Black women in the spotlight, this dynamic takes an additional layer of complexity because in one hand you're navigating personal growth, and the other hand you're navigating society's rigid expectations of how we should present ourselves. So today we're going to examine 4 celebrities who found themselves wrestling with the very public image they carefully crafted. Coming in at number 1 is Chloe Bailey. As half of Chloe and Halle, Chloe Bailey was introduced to the world through Beyonce's label as part of this wholesome sister duo. They had angelic harmonies, they had coordinated imagery, and it was pristine. That's how they were introduced. But then they went solo, and for Chloe's end, it seems that her solo branding revealed a young woman eager to express her grownness and her artistry on her own terms. So her Instagram lives, her pictures, her videos, everything seemed very grown and sensual, and it sparked intense public debate because there seemed to be the contrast between her previous image and this new expression, forced to constantly have to, defend herself, trying to say, I'm grown, I have a right to grow and evolve, I'm a young woman and everything. But it seems like the public have not accepted this new persona that Chloe is trying to sell to us. So for her to navigate through this journey, I think she needs to make her solo journey much more than her sensuality. She needs to make it more about something else, and she can do that by developing a sound that's distinctively Chloe. Something that when we think of that sound, we think of Chloe, like Thames. I don't want to compare, but I just want to give an example of what I mean. When you hear a sound, you think of that person as well. And yes, she can do the sensual stuff, but maybe she can show all the things that, she's good at. She writes really well, she directs really well, she can do that, and she can even follow Beyonce's path and have this creative control of creating music videos that have storytelling or that have something that she can infuse in there. I believe there's much more to Chloe than what she's showing right now, with her even being allegedly with Burna Boy or whatever that is that's going on right now. So that's number 1. Number 2, we have Normani. I think Normani is constantly fighting the professional dancer box. After Fifth Harmony, Normani became quickly known for her exceptional dancing abilities. She has all the talent, but it seems like every time Normani comes out, we have put her in this box of being a dancing queen. She even did, some dancing on other people's videos and everything. And I think that's beginning to overshadow her vocal abilities and overall her artistry as well. So her journey to establish herself as a complete artist and not just a dancer has been marked with, so many, it's like every time Normani does something, people really, really want to see her dance. And I think she needs to change that. So if she wants to transcend the dancer label, Normani needs to, release music that's not, dance heavy focus, but it's like vocal performance or storytelling or something. She also needs to act. I think Normani will do well in movies and everything. I think she will do well with that. And maybe she can also direct as well, so she can be a creative director for other artists as well. So show herself, position herself like a complete artist other than a dancer. Number 3, we have Lizzo, the confident queen's vulnerability. When Lizzo came out, it was all about unshakable confidence, self-love, body positivity. You have to love yourself. And I feel like that deeply, deeply resonated with audiences. However, Lizzo has changed. She has now grown. She's going through this weight loss journey and everything. And it seems like she's battling the image that she first introduced to the public, which was about, self-love and all of that. So it seems like the public are battling to accept this new Lizzo. So for her to evolve her image, I think Lizzo should do a deep documentary. Something that will show her, share everything about, yes, I loved the way that I was, but these are the complex issues that came with that. I feel like if she's more vulnerable, more softer and shares everything about it, people might, understand what's going on, because it seems like 1 minute we're seeing her do all of these changes and people are just forming what they want to form on that. And then finally, we have Zendaya, the perfect role model. I think no one has more of a crafted, pristine public image than Zendaya. From like Disney Channel to everything, she's always maintained this almost flawless reputation. And I think this type of image is very... I don't even know what I want to call it. I feel like when you have this perfect role model image, you want to branch out sometimes and you want to say things, but it's like you don't, you're boxed in somewhere. So for Zendaya, and I think she has whispered on something about she wants to take, more complex stories and everything like that. I remember when I watched her in that movie with Denzel Washington's son. I forgot the guy's name. And she was acting this grown role. For some reason, I'm like, oh, there's something about this that I can't accept, or there's something about it that feels out of place. And I think it's because I've always seen, Zendaya with this perfect role model image. So I think maybe if she takes more roles like that, it will help with, challenging this public perception as well. If she tells, more stories, or if she does so many things, or she shares so many unfiltered moments, on social media, that will also help with that. Now that I've said this, I think all of these stories that I've said reveal a common thread. There's a tension between growth and the images that we actually create. I can tell you something for sure. There are some people who have seen my social media pages and they can't like if I tell them I'm another way, they can't believe it, because there's a way that I've presented myself online that even if I try to change my content strategy and try something, out of that, I think my audience will be like, no, that's not who we were introduced to, even though there are so many sides of me. So it's a very tricky one. What do you think? Do you think that if you have introduced yourself to the public a certain way, you should just continue doing that and lean more towards that? Or do you think that as you evolve and grow, you should be able to change as well and show that through your craft or your content or whatever it is that you do online? Let me know in the comments. And have you yourself actually struggled with, having a public persona and then being that you want to introduce other things as well? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you until the next one. Bye. Once again, thank you for watching, and thank you all to the commenters and the subscribers.